I think about the nights that we slept in the factory in sleeping bags because we didn't have the manpower or infrastructure necessary to take on a project like this. I remember drinking 7 Red Bulls a day because I was afraid we were gonna fall asleep. I think I stayed up 72 hours straight, along with lots of other people in our company, to actually be able to finish this because we were kind of learning on the fly. To be quite honest with you, we faked it till we made it. Hi, my name is Jason Arasheben, CEO of Jason of Beverly Hills, and we are the go-to jeweler for some of the world's biggest celebrities and sports organizations. And today, I'm gonna let you in on the NBA championship ring. I always grew up as a huge sports fan, and I always wanted to be a professional athlete, an NBA player, but then I quickly realized that I have zero athletic ability. I can't run, jump, I have no strength, so the next best thing was to be able to service the professional athletes. Each and every ring presents its own level of difficulty, its own obstacles that we have to overcome. These ring programs are really passion projects. Like I said, I started as a huge sports fan, so for me, this is really a dream come true. We're not looking at projects like this to be some huge money maker. This is something that really brings eyes to our brand. My very first championship ring project was Lakers NBA championship ring. This particular ring here actually emulates the shape of the Staples Center where they won the championship. And this was their 15th championship. So we made this ring out of 15 karat gold to commemorate that 15th championship. The large stones on the outside actually are 14 large white diamonds to represent the 14 previous championships leading up to this one. When we built this ring, we put each player's face on the side of the ring so you can see the imagery of the player's face. And we built a lot of storyline into this ring because we knew when 20 years down the road, we wanted to have a lot to talk about. So in 2010, the Lakers won back-to-back championships against their arch rivals, the Boston Celtics, in 7 games. Now that was an experience that was unlike anything I've ever had in my life. I was able to travel with the team. I was able to go on the floor while everyone was pouring champagne. And it was also the second time we got to design a championship ring. Now what makes this ring so unique is that for the first time in history, we were able to capture a piece of the actual game. And when I say a piece of the actual game, I mean the actual ball that was used in Game 7, Lakers versus Celtics. We were able to track down the ball, and that was no easy task, by the way. Cut out little pieces and implant them inside each and every ring. Once we had the ball in hand, we had to carefully dissect the ball with a razor blade, cut out perfect circles that were the exact size without damaging them, and implanting them onto the inside of the ring. That was probably the most difficult part of building a ring like this. On top of that, we were able to make this ring out of a signature batch of 16 karat gold, which represented the 16th championship in the organization's history. And on the top, you have 2 Larry O'Brien trophies that represent the fact that this was a back-to-back championship. And you also notice some small details that other people won't see. There are small triangles on the 4 corners, and those small triangles represents the offense that they ran, the triangle offense that Phil Jackson came up with. We had a lot of personal clients on the team, but when it came to actually deciding on what final design elements were going to be included in the ring, the team went back to some of the key players, primarily Kobe Bryant and Derek Fisher when it came to these particular rings. The team really took their ideas to heart and wanted to make sure that all the design elements that they thought was important to them would be included in the final design of the ring. So the next 2 rings I'm going to show you are the 2015 and 2017 Golden State Warriors championship rings. Now, Golden State hadn't won a championship in many, many years, and none under the current ownership. So when they won the championship, I made sure to call Steph and Clay and Draymond and a lot of my clients on the team to help get me a meeting with the ownership. This ring here, you had about 13 carats of diamonds. You had baguettes down the center, which were never used in other championship rings. You had a total of 240 stones on the face of the ring, which represented the total amount of playoff and regular season wins under that ownership. This ring here incorporates elements of the Oracle Arena's architecture all alongside of the ring. And in the center of the side of the ring, we mimic the actual photo of all the players holding up the trophy during the championship ceremony. On the 2017 ring, it's very similar in shape because it was very important to the Warriors to kind of have some continuity. They were building a dynasty. They wanted the face to communicate the main logo that they have, which is front and center on the face of the ring, but they also wanted to add color. So we had to search the globe high and low to find the perfect shade of blue in these blue sapphires. So every ring has a Warrior blue bezel going around it with all special cut blue sapphires with the Larry O'Brien trophy in the center and each and every player's number written across the side over here. So 2018 was the first time that we actually incorporated a secret hidden feature in the ring. No one knew about what we were going to do. The players didn't know, the team didn't know, the ownership didn't know. It wasn't until the day of the ring ceremony that we unveiled the fact that this ring had an interchangeable top. And the story behind that was really simple. We were basically split across the middle, both within the organization as well as in-house with us, whether the ring should have a blue sapphire top or a white diamond top. So in order to make it easy, we actually made the top interchangeable. You can actually take the top off and flip it from blue sapphires to white diamonds and wear it however you want. This way, everyone's happy. And we were nervous because the day I brought the rings, we're hauling in, millions of dollars worth of rings. And like, if they didn't like it, I was screwed. But thank God they were blown away. So now we're approaching our 4th championship ring with the Golden State Warriors. We're about to unveil the world's most amazing ring. This was really the gold-blooded era of the Golden State Warriors, and we incorporated all of that into the design of the ring. It's gonna have a unique color, a unique feature, something different that you've never ever seen. So in 2020, the Lakers won a championship. Now this was a historic year for many reasons. You're in the middle of the pandemic. It's a bubble season where they can't play in front of a crowd. It was LeBron James's first championship here in LA. And most importantly, that was the year that the late, great Kobe Bryant had passed away. So there was so much to talk about, but very limited space. When you're talking about a ring that's 40 millimeters in height and 35 millimeters in width, there's only so much real estate you have to tell the story you want to tell. So we had the unique challenge of creating more real estate. So how do we do that? We create a twistable top that twists open. So when you take the top off, you see every jersey from every retired player in the Lakers organization. And in the background, you have a snakeskin texture to represent the Mamba, with Kobe's 2 jerseys set in black and a little bit higher in remembrance of Kobe Bryant. On the other side, you have unity, which was an important word during that time, with every player's name written on there. In doing this, in creating this unique feature, we were able to have more real estate to tell a better story without sacrificing any of the design elements. We had diamonds going all the way down the side. We had each player's number written with a Mamba snake in the background in honor of Kobe Bryant. We really went over and beyond on this particular ring because it's the home city. I'm a huge fan, and I want it to be bigger and better than any ring we've ever made. A ring like this, you're talking about 6 figures for a ring like this. This level of history, this type of diamond weight, this type of gold weight, you're easily into the $100,000 mark as far as value of these particular rings, which at the time is the most expensive ring in championship ring history. Now, this is getting a bit redundant because every single year I do it has gotten bigger and more expensive. At some point here, we gotta stop or else it's gonna look stupid. But that's the truth. So come 2021, we've done the Los Angeles Lakers, we've done the Golden State Warriors, and those are 2 California teams. This was the first time we ventured off. We went to another state, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Giannis, Chris Middleton, they win the championship. They came to us about doing a championship ring. They came to us to do something different that's never been done before, and that's exactly what we did. This is the most amount of diamonds in any championship ring in history at the time. You have all white gold, all white diamonds, but we realized there was a need in the marketplace. These players are wearing these oversized rings, but they're not very practical. They can't be worn everywhere. So we wanted to develop something, a feature, a unique feature that allows the players to not only wear the ring on their finger, but wear the ring around their neck. So this ring has a unique system where it has 2 buttons that click to take the top off, and you can actually turn it into a pendant. And to make it even better, on the inside of the ring, when you take off the top, there's a QR code that's, when scanned by your phone, shows the highlights of the entire season leading up to the championship. The Milwaukee Bucks have a very unique shade of like a forest green, but not really. And so this is our challenge, to find the perfect Pantone that perfectly matches the color of the team. These teams are very proud of their colors and they don't want it to be misrepresented in the ultimate trophy, which is their championship ring. So we had to search the globe for the perfect shade of green, which we found in Germany, had it flown in, we QC'd each and every piece and had it put into the actual logo, the deer of the ring, with world champions written in diamonds all the way around it. I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned a little something more about the process of making a championship ring.